out here. Seems like. How about you, Joseph?
What?
Let me take your picture.
No, thank you.
Whether I burned my tongue with the soup I had at the house the night before I left. It was boiling hot soup. And my tongue was all raw. No, my tongue, the upper roof, kind of.
Oh.
You know where you are now?
Yeah, we're in where are we? Where the hell are we anyway? We are in London, Heathrow.
And what are we doing?
We're on our way to Cape Town, and we're catching the 7:20 plane to Cape Town to catch the ship. The Voyager.
That's good enough.
Bartholomew Dias, who was the first Portuguese or European explorer to round the tip of the continent back in 1488. He battled his way in the height of a storm, eventually was in the sort of mid-Atlantic, eventually navigated due north and found that he was actually, well, he sort of found land, headed on towards Port Elizabeth. Obviously it wasn't named Port Elizabeth then. The crew said not going an inch further than that, so he had to turn back. He called this area Cabo Tormentosa, the Cape of Storms. But King John II said, no, we'll call it the Cape of Good Hope because it's giving us the hope that we will be able to set up the spice route to the east, which they duly did in 1497 when Vasco da Gama went all the way to Goa. Nobody was that keen on carting rocks and things like that. So it's in the shape of a pentagon, and each of the bastions at the points is named after one of the houses of the Prince of Orange. And then 3 years later they took it back again, 1806, after the Battle of Bloberg, which was a battle on the far side of Table Bay, and basically ran the country until we became, well, first of all a Union of South Africa in 1910, but we still had a Governor General and we were within the Commonwealth, and then 1961 we became a republic outside the Commonwealth and remained so until 1994 when government apartheid was done away with and government changed and Nelson Mandela came in as president, and we went back into the fold of the Commonwealth, which is why the Alfred Basin came into being. And he used to come out and hunt here. He used to shoot elephant and things like that. Albert didn't ever come out here, nor did Victoria, strangely enough. But it's named after, the area is named after Victoria and her son. your ship berthed virtually right into the hotel. You know, I always...
If it wasn't for you, I don't know what Anne and I would have done.
How was your first lunch in La Veranda? Watch the birdie.
Oh, it's wonderful. Delicious. Very good. I'm having veal Oscar.
Can I get you any other drink from the bar, ladies?
No,
Just fine with the water. Then so will you drink.
Beautiful, Joseph. Gorgeous view. Did you get the veal Oscar? Wonderful.
The mountain peaks to the left of us that are jutting out. It's not completely smooth. They call them the 12 Apostles. And they were named the 12 Apostles by Sir Rufain Donkin, who also named the 12 Apostles in Australia. And in Australia there's only 9 left because they're wearing away in the water. And we've got 18. So his counting is not so good, but his names have remained. South Africa. And the little hill to the right of us is called Little Lion's Head because it looks a bit like Big Lion's Head of Table Mountain.
She could take a picture for us. Yeah, you too.
Well,
Take a video of the top. And that's why it's forming a wave like that. And it was into this rock that the Portuguese passenger liner crashed into in 1911. Fortunately, it sunk very slowly, so most of the people, all the people that remained on the boat were able to be rescued. Call them. Please. This big one I don't like at all. They're really not scared of anybody.
Don't tape this. I'll never tape.
well, you're going to talk bad about somebody?
She's so bad. That smile is good. David, get that smile. I'm saying beautiful. You gotta get that smile, Joseph. That smile. You have a wonderful smile. It's sweet.
original breakwater that was built is the one that backs onto the area where the this section that we're on was still a portion that was claimed from the sea, and the main street in front of us is today called Herengracht, the Gentleman's Walk, and it refers to the original name of the main street in Cape Town, which was called Herengracht by the Dutch. These two statues, Jan van Riebeeck and his wife Maria, reportedly the first Dutch governors in the Cape in 1652. Here on the slopes of Table Mountain, and it's this construction on our left hand side. It's popularly called the castle. It's more correctly known as the Fort of Good Hope. Surrounded by a moat. The moat actually opened into the sea, and it was fed continuously by water flowing down from the mountain side. Victorian buildings, it's the building coming up on the left hand side, the old City Hall. A lot of the metalwork and stonework was actually manufactured in England and shipped out here. And this balcony up here on the main entranceway was the balcony where Nelson Mandela made his speech in February 1990 after he'd been released from prison. Now, the 19th century in South Africa was quite a prosperous time. Gold and diamonds had been discovered, there were a lot of businesses being established, and of course the banks had to be established as well. And these were all branches or subsidiaries of English banks. It's also an area that has remained relatively unchanged, with the population being mostly of Southeast Asian origin, and as a result it is dominated by Muslim people. Very peaceful area generally, and a very close-knit community. People who look after themselves and each other in times of need. Many of these homes were large properties. A lot of the land has disappeared. Building here on our left and these ones on the right hand side, very typical of the latter part of the Victorian period in Cape Town. These mountains except in the secluded valleys and on the eastern side where there was a lot more rain. So generally we had these open hillsides, low scrubby vegetation, much of which was kept low because of the high winds in summer. It's also vegetation adapted to drought.
Here you are on the lower cable station to Table Mountain, right?
Awesome. Beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking.
And that is, I think, is behind you is Lion's Head.
Are we getting the Lion's Head also?
No.
No? Oh.
You can see it.
But not in the picture.
Yeah, it's behind you in the picture.
Oh, great! So that's awesome, right? All right.
It's on now.
Wait.
It's on now.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Okay.
deux villes. Alors là, on voit les deux villes là. Donc ça c'est l'ancienne ville et ça c'est la nouvelle.
L'ancienne ville c'est aussi une petite maison et la nouvelle c'est celle où tu vois les grands immeubles organisés.
D'accord. Mais alors ils ont fait comme à Monaco? Vachement pointu, hein.
C'est Rennes, c'est là.
Mais alors ils ont fait...
There are places where you can walk to the edge of the mountain without any barriers like this. These are the only places where you can actually come to the edge where there's actual wall.
But there is naked things
But people
there.
don't obey, they want to go and pose on the rock or whatever. Some of them are lucky, but some of them don't make it. Yeah, as you can see from here, it is a very sheer face of land. No, I ever voted with a National Party decision. It was a very strange period for a great many of us. We constantly voted against the party, but suddenly we had to go, this is the way to go. And in February 1990, Nelson Mandela was released. He made a speech from the balcony of the town hall, and the country stood back and said, wow. But there was underground rumblings from all sorts of other people. The PAC was not happy. Several of the other
No, I'm watching. What do you think of Table Mountain?
I'm freezing to death.
You're freezing to death.
Okay, we're now looking due south.
Look at the camera, look at the camera. Why don't you come here? No, you're alone, you're alone, you're alone. Cool. Yeah, there goes my hat. You look cool.
Small part was actually allied to the English. So in 1806, after some of those more dramatic battles in and around Europe, the English became the supreme power, and Holland. There's a strange little phenomenon here in the beach sands on the Atlantic Ocean in South Africa, because the sands have been in an area known as Clifton. Clifton is characterized by its little sandy beaches. There are 4 crescent-shaped sandy beaches down below us, very small, particularly at high tide, and they were very, very popular in the 1960s and 70s. This is where all the bikini girls were to be found. These days, with the 4 beaches, you can choose your lifestyle and you'll find a beach that will take you.
Have a whole bunch of little, what are they, 10 would be
$1.30. Okay, so we're at the Victoria and Alfred waterfront, and behind me is the 7th Ward, and we're leaving at 5 o'clock. It's about 2:15. That's the clock tower over there, the red building with the clock on the top.
Can I see it? Can't see if I got it. It's too.
Luana.
Say goodbye to Cape Town.
Bye, Cape Town. Very nice. We loved it here.
We had a safe visit.
Feeding us. And no bear, no tiger, lions coming down. Just beautiful. So far, we had wonderful food.
Shopping wasn't too bad.
Shopping wasn't bad. Got something to bring home.
And what are you having for dinner?
I'm having surf and turf. Wonderful. Oh my God. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Fabulous. Bob. This lobster tail.
And Sharmila is having
The racket up.
rack of lamb.
Beautiful. Yes, thank you. Beautiful. It's cooked to perfection. Thanks. Nice.
Yeah.
Region singers, ballroom bravo. Region singers and dancers, featuring international ballroom champions, Bonita and Sasha, accompanied by Region Signature Orchestra.
We gotta go to see what it is like, right? Beautiful day, right?
We should be able to be up by then, because we've slept.
Yeah, we did sleep good
should get them.
Is this
Is that paper out here?
This the
backing gold?
picture.
The holidays.
Is this gold in the backing, sweetheart? Is this gold? See if it's gold.
Yeah, 14 karat gold.
Try them on both.
Look at these.
This is
Smaller.
this smaller might look better too.
Yeah, that small one may fit in mine. We're late as usual.
This is your
The captain's party.
formal presentation
Right,
for the
we're
captain's
dressed
welcome
for-
party.
Right, this is it.
Right.
Charlotte is still trying to get ready. I hope the scarf doesn't fall off me.
This is a
Beautiful weather.
That this is your chance to make a good first impression.
That's right. To show everyone that we're not riffraff. Riffraff, is it?
Yes.
the riffy, but there is riffies, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're all doing a little bit of inside. I'm
Great pleasure to introduce you to him. Formally, please welcome Captain Gianmario Sanguinetti.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as Lorraine said, my name is Gianmario Sanguinetti, which is a little bit too long, so please call me Mario, it's more than enough. I will be your designated driver until Rio. And on behalf of Regent Seven Seas Cruises, my officer and crew, I'd like to welcome you on board. Of course, I'm not the only one on board running the ship. I cannot do it alone. We're having 440 crew members, and now I gotta call here on stage all the crew members so you can meet them. Well, besides the fact, the stage is not big enough. Please put your head together for my head of department. Here we are.
Thank you, Captain. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I'm the general manager. Actually, I'm the corporate executive officer. I'm the president of the complaint department. It's on deck 5. My door is open, and I hope I don't see anyone there. If you have a problem, please come and see me. Of course, we are ready for you 24 hours a day. But this is going to be a great, fantastic cruise. We only have 444 guests and 442 crew members. So that ratio should guarantee for fantastic service.
Good evening, I'm the Chief Engineer Jean-Marc Bourret, coming from France. Welcome on board and voyage.
Good evening, I'm a staff captain. My name is Teo Sedelic. I come from Croatia. Happy to see familiar faces and welcome on board.
All the officer and crew, welcome on board, have an enjoyable cruise, and benvenuti.
Captain, you're driving.
What are you going to do tonight?
Well, we could either go back to the room and watch the movie, or we could go in to see the theater. Bravo, what is it? Bravo something or other. What's the name of the show?
It's the ballroom couple,
ballroom
right?
Couple. They're going to do a lot of dancing, like Dancing with the Stars.
Right. That could be entertaining.
It's supposed to be, yes.
It could be entertaining, right? Yeah. But Joseph I'm gonna say Joseph have a good choice. You know, go rest for tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'll always opt to rest.
Right?
I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
You ready?
Walvis Bay was annexed by Britain already in 1878, and it became a go to keep the waters from rushing through Walvis and destroying the houses. Like here on the left and the right, the reeds, they all benefit from this groundwater from the underground river. Here's a look at about 1930. A clever carpenter observed that every time he went past here, sandy and swim there. You can see the houses are new, there have been many gardens put out. Now we're going across the Swakop River. It does not have any water at the moment. It had some water flowing in about February, beginning of February, and on the left there is a little lagoon. When Namibia was a German colony, the most pressing thing was to have a harbour, because Walvis Bay belonged to South Africa, and here wasn't a real harbour, so they made a plan and built a jetty to, on the left, you can see it there, still well kept from the old times, 1901 it says already, and it was only the second casino in the country. We didn't have them before that. So here on the left is the original facade of the station. Now we are going to stop here and get off the bus, and then we walk about 100 meters.
Going in the direction where those people had that stuff on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
The giraffes.
Giraffe night.
Do you like the giraffe?
Stand too close.
Yeah, getting right
Because she wants to buy it back now. Me, I have already Yeah, you can go and change the bus. But there's no problem. You can even change it. No problem.
And it still serves as a jail today.
Yeah. This is the Namib Desert. And that's the Dune 7. smile?
Yeah, this is very interesting.
This is at Dune 7 in Namibia between Swakopmund and Walvis Bay. The tallest sand dune in the world.
See the beautiful palm trees all around? This is actual desert. Unbelievable. And there's our bus.
Nice places, and some of them we estimate would be over 2.5, 3 million Namibia dollars. In the lagoon we mainly find these waders and then the big flamingos, both species, the greater and the lesser flamingo, as well as
Brazil is a choice for you? Yes, this is a family business, unlike the other corporations. Ma'am, sir?
Sure, thank you.
Greetings to you from Namibia. Greetings to you from all of us. Greetings to you from Namibia. Greetings to you from all of us. Baba, greetings to you from Namibia. Baba, greetings to you from all of us. Baba, greetings to you from Namibia. Baba, greetings to you from all of us. Whoosh!
Very nice. This one all expected. Keep pressing the red, right?
No, you don't keep pressing it. You just press it once and let it go. It
Yes.
runs. When you want to stop it, you press it again.
Right. But it's going now, Joseph. It is, because I see it's turning 14. Right? Good. That's good. Stop it now.
It's gonna storm, Vietnam.
This is really fun, right?
Thank you, Joseph. Very special. We're having fun, right? This is awesome. You know, Anne is so spoiled. She loves. She don't. Your mom is really spoiled, Joseph. You know. Why am I having fun? She's spoiled like a big rat. I'm sorry. You'll never be able to see that picture. The camera's
I can
going
see it.
down.
I can
My legs.
keep going. Slowly.
Hey, Joseph, I didn't know you were coming.
Yeah.
What part is this?
I don't know if it's the moon landscape or not. That's what we're supposed to see first. Does it look like the moon?
Oh.
Place of emptiness, of wide open spaces. You will realize why they chose that name a bit later when we've done some part of the journey. The name was given by the Nama people, Nama, Namibia, and the desert we are in, the Namib Desert. It is considered by the majority of scientists who study the subject to be the oldest desert on Earth. For example,
everyone is changing to the succulent garden.
Yeah.
With their gardens with all succulents in them. Because otherwise no greenery, you know, very brown.
That tree there I think if we get some rain, come back again.
I think so. She could be like that. But Marina's
See the jackal's ears. Hey, no.
We haven't got a picture. Just to show you where to go.
picture.
This is beautiful. It's gorgeous. The sun is coming out.
Tell us where you are.
Yeah, the sun is coming out.
Where
Where are we?
Where am I? What's my name?
What's the place of this?
You're somewhere in the Namib Desert.
Oh, okay. All right.
Nabia,
Namib?
Huh?
Namib?
Namia.
Now you're reverting.
Nambia.
Nambia.
Namibia.
Where are we, Joseph?
I'm not sure. Well, we're in the Namib Naklof Park.
The Namibia.
Are we going to have to climb that hill over there?
But I don't know exactly where in the park we are.
You mean we're lost?
Oh,
No,
there,
no, I just
probably
don't
you got
know.
something. You got a
See,
snake.
show you where you are. Oh my God. Oh my God.
lichen has many uses. In nature, it protects the topsoil against erosion. If you look at this hill covered by living plant, and then this one is foliose. It's like a little bush. They are making sure we have enough. But just see how nice this looks now.
Yes.
It's now the full opening process may take up to 15 minutes.
When will it start closing down?
As soon as it has done photosynthesis and the fog dries out.
Quantity of water in that plant. They're succulent, eh?
It's like cactus.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want to squeeze the cactus because it's got all the prickles on it.
Take the prickles off before you squeeze it.
They protect themselves.
Yeah, because the tree is nice and shady like a house. Nice rock like a cave in there. Probably have snakes and stuff in there.
It's endemic to the Namib Desert. It does not grow anywhere else on Earth in a natural state. It was first discovered in the Namib in southwest Angola by Dr. Friedrich Welwitsch. It has got characteristics of both
angiosperms and gymnosperms. And scientists are looking at the possibility that this plant represents the missing link between a shrub and a tree. The oldest living examples in our country is more than 2,000 years old.
You wouldn't think it was alive.
It's green.
Yeah.
Like it, the whole behind will just be white.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
You know how many there is still?
Probably a lot of them.
You would know how many there is.
So we're fortunate today again.
I can.
There's always food we can put on. How about that? But a lot of these people are
Next group coming in, so you like oysters? Time to go. Line.
I don't need a diamond. I should ask for the big diamond, the big rock, man. Big rocks. I need a
Sulfuric acid is going to the mines.
Yes.
They use the sulfuric acid with the water to purify the uranium.
Wow, I like.
Okay, we're back at Dune 7 in Namibia. Between, let's see, we're outside of Swakopmund, and we were here yesterday, but it wasn't as sunny. So
I see my picture in here.
What?
I could see my picture in this screen.
Well, that's because there's a reflection. Because that's the way the screen is. But it's on because I can see the light.
Okay. What else are you going to say? You can't wait to go back and have lunch again.
Yeah, we have to get back to the ship soon so that we can have lunch and sail at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's about 1 o'clock now.
We
Is
have
it-
no excuse about the same.
What time is the restaurant open?
Come on, let me hug
It's
him
open
up.
until 2.
Give us a good picture here.
Do I leave it on?
It's still on.
It's still on.
Yeah.
Okay, cheese and crackers. Bananas. You look like one of those muckers on your what do they call those things? Joseph picked up this girl in India.
Oh God, like that, like a man. We should have. India.
Delicious, Joseph. Have you seen my plate? Joseph?
What is that?
This is
the pasta.
Oh, the pasta.
Baked potato.
Yeah, it's linguine.
Yes.
And hollandaise sauce on the side? Yes. One more?
Sure. Okay.
Put it there if you like
Yes.
more.
This thing.
That's rack of lamb?
No, I was going to...
This is a rack of lamb. I think the other lamb in the other place is really fantastic.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's for dessert?
Okay. Dessert is... You can have international cheeses. Have 7 of them on a plate. You have this port wine and French bread with butter.
You have to pay for
dark chocolate tart, light caramel mousse, low-cal hazelnut Zabaloni roulade, and then creme brulee, chocolate brownie, creme brulee with Splendor, very light for diabetics, amaretto ice cream.
What are you going to have?
And chocolate sundae, and 3 ice creams and yogurt. I'm going to have nothing because I'm like stuffed to the gills. I can't eat anything else. I really don't want anything. I might eat one of these little... Did you put a picture of here, Joseph? This yummy thing, look. Look at this one where they have it the shape of a swan. Is that the cutest little thing? Look. Is that cute?
Reliving her high school days. Did you just dance? You had some dancing to do?
Not at all.
Not at all. One of them will have one hand.
Sure. yeah, like that. We'll find any pleasure tonight.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Et voilà.
Thank you.
Beef sub with foie gras.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please enjoy and bon appetit.
Thank you. This is the mushrooms. Okay. We take a picture of mine.
I did.
Thank you. Thank you.
Isn't that pretty?
Thank you.
What is that?
This is the little
Porch
pastry
pigs?
with the...
We're on the tender going to shore in St. Helena. We're on a 3.5-hour tour, and the weather is a little cloudy, but I'm sure it'll get sunny. The temperature is what, 72?
It's in the 70s, I would guess.
Yeah, and that's all I have to say. No, the sun is so bright.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Did you take a picture of the house that Napoleon stayed in temporarily?
Oh, not the blue. I like the blue.
Oh, I thought it was that one because she said it was a green one with a courtyard in the middle.
Okay, we can get our photo taken.
Oh, yes, where?
Here.
When he died. He was just 46 years old when he arrived here. And when they did the autopsy on him, both the English and the French surgeons who were present, they agreed that he burned he didn't die from arsenic poison. He died from an advanced state of stomach cancer. And that's on the certificate, death certificate.
How peaceful is this spot? Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice place to end up. Wait. Yeah, the plants, the seeds get around.
Yeah, look, it's California. Valerie had agapanthus. And
Open museum this way.
beautiful gardens. Where's Shamela?
Did you find her?
I'm going to stay on. Do you want to take the picture?
Well, just take a picture. The bus. This area.
Nothing boring.
He was actually born just after Napoleon died. She said Napoleon. So
Look at how cute! Oh, you like the camera, I think. Joseph, you love it.
That's what I said. Save myself.
We had our tour of St. Helena, and now we're finishing up shopping. It's 10 after 1 and we have to go back to the ship.
Of course, to have lunch. And we look at the beautiful church, whatever denomination it is.
I don't know what it is.
There's a Catholic open.
How lovely.
Isn't it lovely? It's a beautiful scarf from Shamela.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
There's two peacocks on it.
It is adorable. She have her stockings on. She look awesome.
Okay, thank you. We're going to Seven Seas Society party, and then we're going to dinner with Alistair Sellers, the
Oh,
concierge.
wonderful. At which restaurant is
Compass
that?
Rose.
Compass Rose.
Right.
Oh, how nice.
Nice.
That is wonderful.
Really
And
great.
you look so handsome. Look at these
Wow,
clothes.
that's
Wow. Great pants, black shoes.
Nice.
As good as it gets.
I know, it's just as good as it.
Please welcome your captain, Captain Gianmario Sanguinetti.
Ladies, gentlemen, good
We have a
evening.
number of you, as I mentioned, that have sailed with us before. I always like to let people know how many of each tier level that we have. As you know, our Seven Seas Society program is based on the number of nights that you've sailed, and you receive more amenities the more nights that you cruise with us. And we have 59 of our bronze members, and that basically means that you've sailed with Regent before, and you've sailed up to about 20 nights with us. So you're fairly new to the company and fairly new to the line, but we're certainly pleased that you've chosen to return to us and look forward to welcoming you back again. We have 113 of our silver members, which have sailed between 21 and 74 nights with Regent. 104 of you are gold members, and that means that you've sailed between 75 and 199 nights with us. 38 of you are platinum, sailing between 200 and 399 nights. And the big thing with the platinum is the free laundry. Everyone always says, yes, we're working our way up to free laundry. And we actually have 12 titanium members, 12 of you who have sailed a minimum of 400 nights with Regent. And toast to all of you. Thank you for choosing to sail with Regent, and we hope to welcome you back again very soon. Cheers.
You were?
I was dancing with him.
Oh, I didn't see that.
He was dancing with Jamela and showing us the dance steps.
When was that? 2 days.
Look at her beauty. Look at her princess. Look at her queen. Her anchor in front of her blouse.
Horizon View Suite.
Yeah, you have
below.
I remember.
Is that bigger than the penthouse suite?
The balcony is bigger. The suite itself is not bigger.
Had a big balcony, and then you're down the water.
Yeah, I remember that really well. But that cruise was pretty much full. That's why, right? We got the room.
Yeah.
Just like in the nick of time, last minute. Really? Remember? You were saying we don't know. We have to wait to see how full it is.
Nice, delicious.
What did you get? Pistachio?
Pistachio ice cream with walnuts and caramel sauce and chocolate sauce.
Having lamb?
Mine is superb.
Lamb or veal? Lamb or veal? What is it?
The lamb chop.
Lamb chop.
It's beautiful. Look at you. Mine is gorgeous. Nice dessert. Enjoy.
Yes, I see.
Did you see yours? Did you
Yes, I got it.
What is this?
Right now? Take your picture. I'll walk you to the pool.
I'll have to take a shower yet.
Nice and cool. Is it cool? Bet it feels good. Huh? Is it? Very good. Very good to do. Shallow? Oh, the whole thing is shallow? Is that where it's deep right there?
It starts to drop off here. 1.3 meters and then it's 1.68 meters. So that's almost 6 feet here.
Oh. So it gets deep. Whoa. Huh?
What did you order tonight?
What did I order? I'm having tomato Napoleon
Appetizer.
appetizer. I'm having vichyssoise soup, sorbet, and filet of sole. Filet of sole, and then oh, is that your snail? Thank you. Oh, how cute. That's adorable, right?
Cute.
Ooh, look at that. How are we going to do 3 at a time now? Look what you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, for fine dining pleasure tonight.
1, 2, 3, et voilà!
Thank you.
Picture?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Take Joseph too. Let me take your picture.
I got it.
You got it?
Got it.
You get you?
No. Veal medallions.
It looks delicious, eh?
Oh, it looked great. It's a beautiful plate.
Right.
Yes.
And then with all that sun you had today, you look awesome.
It's red as a carrot.
All right, so bon appetit now.
Smooth raffle tickets, so bring on up now. Welcome to the stage, the cast of Crew Capers!
You ready for breakfast?
No.
Okay, right?
think so. What do you think of your first glimpse of Rio?
Oh, it's bigger than I thought.
It is?
Yeah, it's huge coming in, all the one island after the other.
There's a plane coming in, low.
Oh, that one is going down. That's a smaller plane, so it could land there.
Yeah, it's a smaller jet.
The airport is right there. It's a really big city. It's a big city.
Look at all the fishing boats out there on the other side.
There's a jet coming in over the bridge.
See all those mountains? And where the Christ is over 2,000 feet elevation. Pretty big.
very comfortable. It's a very nice boat.
All the mountains over there.
You see the ship? I see both of them. That's Copacabana. And that's Ipanema.
Jail with bars.
You've got a good imagination.
Yeah, so I could see beaches too. So where are we already?
Ipanema, this is Corcovado, it's Copacabana.
Be in front of it. Shamela too.
Look at the traffic jam.
There, isn't it spectacular?
Beautiful. It's like really one of the wonders. They just
Gained recognition.
That comes from the 70s. All the apartments, they have balcony. It's a very rich and expensive neighborhood. Just like an example, to rent an apartment is around 3,000 reais plus all the taxes. And to buy the small one, like 100 square meter, is around 2 millions. You still can see the forest, all the green area. Fashion Mall now is protected by the law. Otherwise, rich people, they are going to occupy the forest.
What beach is this?
San Conrado.
San Conrado.
Reason of the name of Rio de Janeiro. People that was born in Rio de Janeiro is called Carioca. Carioca means White House. The name Leblon comes from the owner of this land, and he was blonde, Le-blonde. There's the reason of the name Leblon, but it's L-E-B-L-O-N. It's not blonde. You can see Christ Redeemer, Corcovado Mountain. You are there.
this part of the road where you are now from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Last Saturday they had a parade called the Disney Parade. And the beats are divided on posts. Post number 12 here is where you have the concentration of the babies, babysitter, mother, and the kids around. Then you have between the 11 and the 9 is where the artists, Mrs. and Mrs. Mascos, used to come to the beach. Then you have number 8 where the homosexuals. So the way of Carioca living, go to the beach after 11, the weekends, and then stay on the beach until 7 p.m. and goes straight to the restaurant. They play volleyball, they play soccer, they swim, they surf, they drink beer all day long. You can buy, and when you come to the beach, you just rent the umbrella and you rent the chair. You pay like 40 reais and you can stay all day long. The school of volleyball, local people that is here around, instead of buying in a club that is expensive, they have a school of volleyball on the beach. There is the channel that divides Ipanema from Leblon. Take a look to your left, Price Redeemer. So from now on we are in Ipanema. Ipanema means dangerous water. They were afraid of swimming and fishing here around. Ipanema is the neighborhood of the open mind people, fashion, nice bars and restaurants around Ipanema. The girl from Ipanema bar. You have many cafes. You also can have a massage on the beach. Yeah. You have a gym. Yeah. Muscles. Every summer. Yeah, because today is Wednesday, huh? Yeah. Working day. But you're going to see that now you're going to see a little bit more crowded. This part of Ipanema Beach, as I told you before, is where they have the concentration of the famous people, if I can say like that. This is a park hotel that represents the homosexuals. Is where they concentrate themselves. Yeah, the rainbow. It doesn't mean that you cannot go to that beach. You can go, but there is a natural rock called Arpoador, like art, that separated Ipanema from Copacabana. From Copacabana there is an army museum that you can get inside, and you can go to Nev Rock and see this side early in the morning, like at 7 o'clock, and go for a walk. Wow. Restrooms, for sure. Those mountains, you're right, the giant is sleeping. Giant Marriott is about 5 years old. Yes, it was inaugurated by Morgan Freeman. You are going to pass. How cute the school. You see Sugarloaf from here? The city of Rio is like Rome. They have to pave and repave and pave it again. We are under the water. They paved all this part here. And the landscape architect, he just accepted to make the landscape here if they give to him 50% of the green area. So they have more than 6,000 different kind of trees and plants around here. The big boat going back home. You have the opportunity to see the line. They take a long line to buy the tickets. Yes. Yeah. Because this is the cheapest one. They have also ferry boats that arrive on the other side in 5 minutes, but it's too expensive.
We are now in Copacabana, yeah, and very near to the hotel. And when we get to the hotel, Rio Palace Sofitel, we all go to level E. So on the elevator, you press level E. But we have, I have a friend, the lady that's waiting for you there, and she's in the lobby. She'll go with you to level E to help you with the luggages. At this room, where you are going to keep your luggages and the hand luggage, the carry-on. It will be all for you the whole day. Nobody goes in there. And
I should wear my earrings.
Sapphire all around
Yeah.
it. So
I want to wear my earrings.
I had, you're going to wear those on the street, they'll pull your ear
What?
They'll pull your ear off.
What are you gonna wear?
The pearl, the cheap pearl earrings.
Okay, you can wear those.
Joseph, I'm going to pay you for the earrings in the US and
That was only 10 reais, right?
the lunch ride. Yeah, it's like about how much US? 10 reais is like what?
7.
Okay, so 7 on my meal. So I'm going to reimburse you later, okay? Joseph. We're getting to go home.
You understand that language?
Once again, American Airlines 904 to Miami. Passengers without the assignment, please report to the information counter. Thank you.
I don't know what he said. And it was English.
Yeah.
Taking a picture, I was so groggy. We haven't taken off yet. The plane had some door problems, so we've gotten the okay. We're going to leave in a few minutes. He said that a half hour ago. So here we are.
Do you think there are going to be any more problems?
I hope not. That means we're going to get home and have all the morning traffic getting home.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if we stay in later.
So
Traffic.
it's about what?
8 o'clock.
No, now it's 11 o'clock.
So it's going to take 8.5 hours to get home. Oh, 12, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 7:30 in the morning instead of 4.
baby, when my baby smiles at me, I go to Rio de Janeiro, Mile Mio. I go wild and then I have to do the samba and la bamba. Now I'm not the kind of person with a passionate persuasion for dancing or romancing, but I give into the rhythm and my feet follow the beating of my heart. Whoa, when my baby smiles at me, I go to Rio de Janeiro, I'm a salsa fellow. When my baby smiles at me, the sun lightens up my life, and I am free at last. What a blast! Whoa, when my baby smiles at me, I feel like Tarzan of the jungle. There on the hot sand, and in the bungalow our monkeys play rubber. We'll make love. Now I'm not the type to let vibrations trigger my imagination easily. You know that's just not me.